Come on, do it. Sit down.
So you also give your opponent points in a couple different ways. If your guy falls into your ball, you give your opponent points. If you pick up 2 of these white magnets, your opponent gets a point.
Okay.
And if you lose control of your guys, we form a bit of a halfway divider.
Oh, okay.
So you can't pick them back up again. Then you're going to
and if you throw it at them, you get 5.
Yes. Right. So you just use a little magnet underneath to control it.
All right.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I pulled it off the thing. Aha.
Okay, so that's a little strategy.
Yeah, exactly. You can throw them at your So then you just reset, make sure the magnets are on top so you don't chase them away.
So do I leave that on
Nope,
or put it back?
No, you just reset.
And just kick it off?
Go for it.
So every time that magnet sticks to your base, so every point has an opportunity to be 4 points if you get all 3 of those magnets stuck to you.
Unfortunately, no. It's like whenever you get 1 point, whatever caused that point, you stop.
Okay.
So you don't really get multiple points.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, send the white things over.
Yeah, right. I'm good. I'll be here all day. Buy this. Someone buy this.
So you can put your point up right here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, those are extra.
right there.
I just realized how squishy this was.
Yeah. You're gonna stand there.
So yeah, you're going to use a little magnet underneath the sphere. And the only way you can get
It's a game of finesse.
is by getting
You don't want to hit it too hard because it bounces right out of it. Oh my
a couple
god.
ways that you can let your opponent
She smashes it at me.
So if you pick up 2 of these little white things,
Now, do you feel that your guy's going to come off if she hits the ball too hard?
No, it's actually pretty strong.
Okay.
Yeah, another point. It's actually pretty good, but like you have to, you definitely have to pay attention to making sure you're keeping your hand against the board. Because I pulled the magnet off. Oh my god! I just saw a movie thing and I went after it. It was the wrong movie thing.
2 points for you.
Have a wonderful show.
Oh my
Goodness. Sharpshooter.
Jesus.
That's pretty cool.
Play for money now.
This is a lot of fun. If I actually had friends I hung out with, I would buy this.
Wow, that's nice. I'm glad you came with us.
Yep. So what's the summarized?
Tactical miniatures game, Dice Light. It's a mission-based game, fully cooperative. Play with the other players to go on different missions, search the fog of war, find enemies, take them out, go stealthy, go in an ambush mode. You want to go crazy assault. It's all up to you and how you want to play. Beginning of the game, you build your loadout. You pick your weapons and gear. You pick your tactics cards, and you go right in. You can change that every single mission. It's always different. So it's up to you how you want to play. The enemies are on a full AI. They run themselves. They change every mission. Fully modular boards. You can change the board up for the different missions that come out. Yeah, it's about using momentum and using tactics, using your resources the proper way without rolling lots of dice. There's dice in the game, but they're actually just to give you random momentum, which basically is a resource that you use to give bonuses to your weapons and to your gear.
So what determines like hitting damage, all that.
Rambo doesn't miss, so when you attack, you hit.
There's also more than one Rambo.
This is awesome,
There's Rambo, there's Troutman. These guys are Green Berets.
Okay.
Best answer ever. He doesn't
Rambo
miss.
doesn't miss. So they hit. And basically the thing that deters it is armor. So when you attack another enemy or something like that, it'll have armor. It'll reduce the damage to a minimum of 1. So if you attack somebody with a gun or something like that, you always hit. The thing is that you will make noise. So as you shoot things, your alert will move up. So when you're the green, you're fully invisible. Even if you're right next to an enemy, you're invisible. And as you start shooting, your stealth will move up, and you'll begin to get seen and heard. And enemies, when they trigger on threat cards every turn, they may or may not be able to see you or attack you. Okay. So, who went first? You just went. Did you draw a threat card on your turn? So this says BB, and then read that effect. There's no B enemies out.
Until the start of your next turn, you suffer 1 damage instead of rolling with the head die.
So that's what that did. So at the start of his turn, he needed to draw a threat card.
Now, for sound detection, different guns set off different range of...
And there's also stealth. There's also things like silencers and stuff.
Okay.
You can attach to your weapons. And you spend resources to make things less noisy.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different options and ways to do things. Of course, this is just a prototype. Right. So there's going to be art and stuff on all this stuff later. But you can basically combo up and use different tactics to change how much noise you do. Change the ways you do things, how much damage you do. So you can really customize how you play. And your loadout is customized every game. You want to change out how you play, you do that every game.
Now I see their skills, so I guess I'm assuming different characters are specialized for different things.
That'll be better.
Sort of, but they can pretty much use most of the same weapons and things like that.
Okay.
Right now, this is just, of course, set up for the demo, but you know, they can choose different weapons, different ways they want to play. You want to be very stealthy, you might choose different knives and things like that. You want to be guns ho, you can upgrade grenades and rocket launchers and crazy stuff. And that's all up to how you want to play.
Right. Okay, so the hazards are these green.
Very cool.
Now I see stickers. Is it progressive?
What's the stickers aren't? Those are just for the prototype.
Okay.
I'm actually just using them as a dice chart right now because we don't have the custom dice.
Okay.
So
I'm thinking it's like a legendary mode.
Yeah, there's no legacy in the game.
Okay, cool.
It'll be legacy-like in how you go through the missions. So we're gonna PAX for mission operations. As you open the pack, you're gonna get new missions. Inside you'll have new gear and new tactics cards and things like that. And basically, as you unlock those things, you'll be able to learn new parts of the game. Maybe you can traps, different weapons and things like that. So you can progressively learn the game rather than throwing everything at you once.
That's cool.
Yeah. And you can kind of choose your path how you want to get through the game. It's not legacy though, you can keep replaying the missions. They don't destroy anything, put stickers on stuff. That's just the prototype stuff. So yeah.
That sounds familiar.
This is a unit. The hero can join the unit, and you're gonna play them together, and they're gonna act together.
Okay. So there isn't like something happened where like I killed one of your units.
No, it's not.
They're just a whole entity.
So you miss with that.
Each of them has 1 HP. When you have them casualties, you remove them one by one.
Okay, so you do.
And you lose the weapons that are there.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so you would lose bonuses like if you lose some guys stuff. Okay.
Reroll any of your misses.
Now I think.
And now you play, say,
Is the storage room a downstairs room?
no, they're all gray.
Oh, gray.
So
All
they're
right.
gray.
What is that? Oh, it is a stair room. That's right. Okay. That's one of the things. What is O3?
This
Stair?
thing?
Yeah.
It's the end of the game. For every downstairs room that you own,
Yeah.
you gain 3 victory points.
Oh, okay. So it's good to build downstairs, wasn't it?
If you own
Kinda.
that.
If you own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Andrea wants this because look, she already has 2 downstairs rooms.
Right.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's Carcassonne and Castles.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but you can really like block people off so they don't get their bonuses. But we didn't really do that yet.
Right.
You know, once you can read how other people are doing, then you can block them. We're really more concerned about ourselves.
Yeah, well, because we were learning how to play.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, we played castles before, the three of us. James hasn't played, but we kind of have an idea of how to play the game.
I think you need to play it a couple times to get a feel for it. You know,
I think it was best just to go for yourself in this game. I didn't see much. There was a little bit of blocking, like I blocked people with the mokes, but
you're gonna have to play a while before you start blocking somebody off. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to see they're getting points from that, and I need to cut them off. And like, there's only so many tiles left in the game. You know, like there's only 6 that have like the blue on it. You know, right? The Carcassonne like pro.
I like the idea of the game ends when the moat is finished, so it changes the timing.
I always like a good timer like that. Makes the game nice.
And you could feel the time coming up. It wasn't really like too much of a rush. We knew it was coming at one point.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent. I liked it.
So, the goal of the game is to have the most points by the end. Okay? The way you gain points is whoever has the pig is the first player. First player rolls dice. Go ahead and roll the dice on those dice.
Right. I like it. I'm glad Dave is in here.
Okay, so
that was really bad.
That was really bad.
Dice represent 2 things. The color is the vegetable that you choose. Orange carrots, red tomatoes, green lettuce. So in this case, tomatoes are vegetable. There you go. All right. The number on the die is the column that you're allowed to put that vegetable. Okay. So in this roll, carrots can only go 1 and 2. So, for the sake of demo, if she chose 1 carrot, it would be his turn to choose a die and place, and then we go around. The next time you would choose a die, if you choose a carrot, it can only go adjacent to all the carrots you have in the board. Okay? So you can only go a 2 or another 1. If this was a carrot, you could not place it because it'd be a 5 away from a carrot. Okay? So that is the tricky thing about this.
It's a spread.
It has to spread. You want to, early game, you want to make sure you leave yourself room for enough vegetables to spread out.
Okay.
At the end of the round, there's always going to be 1 die left over. That increases the market value. Because at the end of the game, you multiply the number of vegetables you have on your grid times its market value. Okay? Along those lines, if you cannot feed, you have to be able to plant first. If you can't plant, you have to feed the pig, which is down here. Okay? Feeding the pig is choosing a die and marking its value with the number of white spots. Marking those out. So in this case, if you chose this, that's 5 circles. Whenever you complete a full row, that grants you 2 points at the end of the game, and each row grants you the ability to manipulate a die by 1, up or down. You can't go from 6 to 1, you can't go from 1 to 6. You can stack that too. If you've accumulated 3 rows of pig powers, you can adjust 1 die by 3. But as soon as you use that, you cross those rows out. Okay? To end the game, the first person who fills the entire grid, fills their pig, or fills one of the markets, finishes the game. We finish the round, and then we calculate points. Okay? So, this is your roll. Go ahead and choose a vegetable. So instead of placing the die, you'll draw a circle for a tomato, a triangle for a carrot, or a square for lettuce.
So she leaves it out there, that die?
She keeps it. So that's a 1. Oh, that's a tomato. I'm sorry. Yeah. So
What's the shape? Triangle for a carrot. Okay.
Yeah. So you still, that's good.
Okay.
So now it's your turn to pick.
Okay. So I'll take it.
Triangle.
Now it's your turn to pick.
Oh, he's eating your carrots.
You choose anywhere as long as it's in the column.
It could be anywhere.
Anywhere.
Okay, your turn to pick another one.
Wow.
Anywhere in the 5 column.
Yeah. 5.
Certainly.
It's a bold strategy.
Okay, so now I take 1 and I do what? I mark the pig.
So up, 5 circles. And now everybody adjusts their carrot market value by 1.
So what did you do? Because you couldn't take 1, you take an X.
You take 5.
You took 5 off. It's the value of the die.
Every pip you.
So it's 5 circles you fill in.
So what is that? You can make 1 die plus or minus 1.
Once you get to 6.
Oh, and 6 across.
Yeah.
So what does that? What does that mean once you get to?
So then I can make the die go higher or lower.
So she can she can help. It's got handicap.
Okay, plus just by 1.
And if you have more than 1 row, you can
2,
make that by
3,
2 by 3.
4.
Oh, okay. All right.
How many rounds is this?
So the game ends until somebody fills that. fills their pig, or fills one of the markets.
Okay.
And then you finish the round, and then we count.
I got you.
Thank you. All right, what are we looking at here?
And what's the age on this?
8 plus, I think.
Okay.
I mean, I'm thinking of getting this for my niece who's 7.
I want a carrot for it. I want a
8
carrot.
plus, 2 to 4 players.
I like how someone actually drew the actual lettuce. Oh, I didn't even start with it yet.
Yeah, I don't know about it. It was kind of, it was cool. Regular dice game, but
What's that?
it was a regular like good dice game, nothing too crazy, but
Yeah, it was like a Yahtzee.
yeah, it was exactly like Yahtzee. Yeah.
Competitive Yahtzee.
Yeah, it was. As soon as I saw the number, I was like, that's Yahtzee.
It's a little too simple though. It's not, it's like just 9 colored dice, and
Yeah.
paper.
But it was good for like I think a 7 or 8 year old. I think that'd be pretty good for. The math was adding. It was a little boring.
Figuring out like
Yeah.
numbers and the plus minus thing might confuse them.
Right,
It's a little tricky.
I think it's better than Yahtzee for children.
Yeah.
Definitely better than Yahtzee for kids.
There's probably other little dice games that might get so better. Maybe.
So in front of you, you have a card that just shows what color you are, and you have your student ID. Okay. If you were the hall monitor, what you're trying to do is flick your penguin so that you hit another penguin. If you manage that, or if they accidentally hit you, or somebody else hits them into you, you take their student ID. At the end of the round, I'll hand out cards based on who has how many student IDs. So if you've kept your own student ID, you get a card. If you are the hall monitor and you've collected all the student IDs, you'll get 4 cards.
Cool.
I am going to be very happy.
So first, let's choose who wants to be hall monitor first.
This one.
No, let you do it.
Oh, you'll all get a chance to do it.
Alright, I'll start.
Yeah, start. Okay, you are red, so we will not put the red fish out there.
Okay.
But we will put all the other ones. So on the walls where there are, the white ones are just holding things in place. So there's a spot here, a spot there, and a spot there. That's where all of the fish should be.
So if you flick under there, you take your fish off. And you're trying to get all of your fish.
So the green fish should be over there.
Gotcha.
Right.
So yeah, what are you trying to? You're trying to go through there?
You're trying to
You
go
have to go
underneath.
under the
That's how you get your fish.
You have to go
And
completely.
avoid me, right? And they want to avoid me.
Yes, they want to avoid you. So you want to go completely from one room to another. If you get stuck in a doorway or against a wall, then before you turn, you can move it out to the closest red line and flip from there.
Okay.
So if I get stuck like in this little crevice here, I can move it.
Then your next round, you can move it out to whichever room that most of your penguin is in. You can move it outside.
So the goal is just to go through the ones, and you pick that fish. Whoever gets all their fish.
So the round ends when one of the runners has collected all of their fish, or the hall monitor has collected all of the student IDs.
Alright. So you start.
Now what happens if he's the hall monitor and then it rotates?
Yep. That's
So
one round.
now I'm the hall monitor. Do I get? And he has like her student ID. Do I take?
At the beginning of the round, all the
It
student IDs
resets.
go back in the stands.
Okay.
You'll keep whatever cards you
Yeah, so he'll start first. So he starts in this space and flicks. And you're out. Only the hall monitor starts in this area.
Oh, okay. I have that. Okay.
Oh, okay. So I'm in here.
Yes.
Is it a flick and a push?
It's a flick.
Just a flick.
It doesn't have to be hard though. There are different ways of flicking. You can flick it so that it goes straight. You can give it a gentle flick to one side and get curved in that direction. You can even flick it down on the top of its head to make it jump.
Try on front.
You said jump?
Can I jump over the wall?
Oh, wait,
Oh
you're
my God.
practicing?
I'm practicing, of course.
Yeah, you just flicked it. Oh,
Kev knows. Kev knows.
Get to try it out.
Oh no! Don't go in the door. Don't stay in the door.
Coming after you.
I know. Oh, I gotta move.
Where could we ask?
Go this way.
Booth 829.
So we all have to start here.
Wait, is that where you guys are?
Yeah.
Okay. I spoke to you told us to come.
I'm just trying to
So
flick
I
it to
think
you.
it's silly demo copies that out.
And if you flick out of the board,
Then you go back to where you
So I
started.
press it when you want to move.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
alright? Alright?
Okay.
Next turn.
Okay. Okay.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Ran in and ran out.
You were like, is anybody in there? No. I run into the hall monitor, what
Same thing. I catch
really?
If anybody touches the hall monitor, whether he does it or you do it or somebody else knocks you into it, it counts.
Tough shot.
Oh,
So you take
you
that
take that off and you get a card.
That's dangerous. I don't want to go in there.
Oh, James is creeping.
Okay, so now I take my fish out.
You move it to the nearest red line.
Can it be anywhere in the red line? It has to be in the closest one.
Oh, she's trying. I'm the boys' horror monitor.
Now you said if we're in the corner, we can come into within the red.
The closest place on the red line.
It's like mini golf.
Yes.
Where'd it go now? Watch this.
No way.
Oh, man.
Holy stat.
There you go.
Oh man. Oh man.
It's all the paper football we played, Chris.
I know, right?
Oh, James.
Come on, James. He's coming. Direct shot. Get your fish, Andrea. Get that fish.
Woo, I'm so
believe in
nervous.
you, I believe
I'm
in
so
you.
nervous.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Not terrible.
Okay. Okay.
Go get him, Corey.
Try.
Go get him.
What did I ever do to you?
Go get him.
You can't leave the kitchen.
You're still in the kitchen?
This is scary because now you're like near me.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for you to get in here.
I'm gonna move in. I'm moving in.
See?
All right, it wasn't just me. Each turn, you will start by going to one of your decks, doesn't matter which one, draw 4 cards off the top of it, choose one of the cards you want to use for your movement that turn. You take that card and place it face down next to that deck, take the 3 remaining cards you didn't choose, flip them over, face up, and put them at the bottom of your deck. Then you repeat yourself for the next deck. So whichever one you want to do, just don't do them both at the same time. Once all players have selected movement cards for both their sprinter and their roller, everyone will simultaneously reveal. Then we will resolve the movement, starting with whichever bike is in the lead. Unfortunately, they're all on the finish line there. So if I can get a couple of them here, I can demonstrate a few things.
So these are actually the ones that you get.
No, in the normal set, they're smaller.
Because these are awesome.
Everything's about a third of the size.
Okay.
And the ones in the set are plastic, but they're colored plastic, and they look almost exactly the same. Just they don't have multicolors.
Okay.
They do have the white letter on the back. Separate because eventually it's easier to put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the roller will go second, and they also do 4. Okay, the red roller is...
The red roller is 4 spaces.
Okay, so they will be right behind them. And the black roller is 3. So 1, 2, 3. They will always move into the lead
position.
Kind of like this solid movement.
Okay.
Did I sneak it? The red
didn't
spring
know
is
that,
next.
Yeah.
I planned that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And the black sprinter is next. 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And they'll pull into the outside lane. And the blue roller. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right into there.
and the blue sprinter. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next available space is right there. There's no slipstream because everybody's in the same pack, but the 2 leaders will add exhaustion. So
I think like the lowest score is like 5.
And now we went even slower.
add that to the bottom of your face off on the bottom of your roller deck, and that will face off on the bottom of your sprinter deck.
Okay. So even though so that blue player doesn't move up, it's only the right.
It's the whole pack. It's the whole group. So if there's a group,
so it's a split
between the whole group moves up. Yep. Okay. Discard the cards you just used. Put them in a pitch. They are the box set is for sale in the store. Group 215, $60. The base game and the expansion's coming out in February.
Awesome. Which adds
all sorts of cool stuff. And I have no idea if I'm supposed to tear this down or leave it out. It's technically the free play area.
Oh yeah, because you're here till 12. Right?
Well, I'm here till 6.
Okay.
So I don't want to be here until 12. I've been here since 7 in the morning. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no. Yeah.
I got a hot dog at one point. Like that was my relief. They're like, here's a hot dog, and they handed me this water.
Oh no!
Pass me my water. Purposely, before I got here this morning, I stopped at 7-Eleven and bought like the biggest water I possibly could. That's in my booth.
So that was PAX Unplugged 2017 in Philly, which was really cool for us because we only went for one day. Being an hour away from Philly, it was nice for us. There's a lot of parking in the area of Philly. We parked across the street from the expo hall, so it was $30 for 12 hours. So a little expensive, but really easy. You literally cross the street, you walk across the street and you're in the expo hall. There were a bunch of other parking garages too, so that made it really easy too if that one ever got full, but I don't think it was going to be full, at least not yet, being the first year of PAX Unplugged. We got there at about a little before 10. We walked in, no problem. There was no lines getting in or anything. We didn't notice a queue line. I read online in the forums that there was a queue line and people were lining up, blah, blah, blah. But we didn't see any of that. We walked right in. We got our passes because they weren't sent to us in the mail like a lot of other people, and picked up our passes from the will call area, got a map, and walked right in. The expo hall was laid out pretty well. It was big in one area for at least the expo hall, the first look, playing, looking for games. I wish that the first look area was a little larger. The one problem I had with it was while you're walking the expo floor or the show floor where the vendors are and such, it was a little packed at certain points. That one game, I can't remember the name, it was a love game. It was really packed back there. They were in the back along the wall, and a lot of people were waiting to play that game. And people were kind of navigating through it. Like it felt like PAX East this year, like you're shoulder to shoulder pushing through at certain areas. And I think it would have been a lot nicer to have maybe 1 or 2 demos at their booth, but then the rest of them in this first look area. I thought that's what first look was going to be for. That's where we played that Ice Cool game. Ice Cool was really fun. It was in that first look area, and we could see other games possibly that we wanted to check out while we were doing that. There was more room to wait in line, to sit down, to relax. So that's one thing I'd like for them to change, make that first look area the actual first look, as opposed to the demo in the expo floor. I felt the convention center had really good food. The prices on the food wasn't bad, for a Philly cheesesteak for $11 with peppers and onions. I felt that was what I would normally pay maybe at a pizzeria place, in Jersey, so that wasn't a bad idea. Now, PAX Unplugged for a lot of people was going there and playing games, and that's what it was for us as well. But for us, we have a hardcore group of gamers. We have 15 people that we can call upon to play board games with, so it's not a big threat for us to finding a group. But I could see PAX Unplugged. It was huge, and I can tell a lot of people loved it because they might not be able to play some of these games all the time. Like Twilight Imperium, I saw in the forums, was many people trying to get together and play one game, and you can't normally do that all the time. As a matter of fact, I think this weekend we're actually going to play, but so PAX Unplugged was really good for people to be able to get together and play a game that they normally wouldn't be able to play with a bunch of people, as opposed to 2 or 3 people playing Twilight Imperium. It's not that great. You want to play 6 people, you want to even try to cheat. So PAX Unplugged was really good for that situation. For us, we felt that one day was enough for us because we don't need that. We don't need to have convention to be able to play games that we normally can't play, but because we can play it. Personally, for our group, PAX Unplugged was fun, but we didn't feel that we needed to attend it to play games. I wish there were more games that we could have played in the first look area or an expo hall that we were interested in. However, with board games, it's very difficult to watch someone play a game and know what's going on. You know, each board game has its own rules. It's hard to pick up unless you're sitting down and someone's explaining the rules. We played that one game, Palace, that's kind of like Carcassonne and Castles. That took us maybe 20 minutes to, maybe 10 minutes to get the instructions told to us. And we kind of understood because we played other games similar to it. And then that game took us 45 minutes to play. If someone else wanted to play that game, to wait 45 minutes is quite a long time to wait to try a game. At home, it doesn't matter because we'll play a game and then we'll be done, we'll leave or whatever, or maybe play another one. But at an expo hall, 45 minutes, that's, you know, what is that? That's a tenth of the time that you're going to be on the show floor spent playing a game. So hopefully you can find, you know, 9 other games to play during that time. Possibly not because of how long the demos were. The demos, that's not a problem. For me, I didn't mind playing a game that was really long, although I do wish some of the vendors, and some of the vendors did do it, set demos that were shorter, like that the Harvest Dice game. That was a fun game. It was a shorter game, but you could have made it smaller for the demo, just at least to get the flavor of the game out. But sometimes you can't make a game just a few minutes long. In order to feel the whole game, you have to make it a while. You know, you have to make it long. Will we attend PAX Unplugged next year? Yeah, we definitely will. At least for one day. There's no need for us to attend 3 days because we feel that we can get a group of people together to play pretty much any game at almost any other point in time. We have a large group of people that we'll play with. But I do recommend PAX Unplugged for players who don't have that. You know, it sucks that you're going to have to spend $25, $35 for a ticket to get there and to sit on a show floor to play games with people, but sometimes it's worth it. You know, you're going to pay $25 to sit down for 12 hours and play games that you might not be able to play any other time. A lot of people did bring games that they wanted to play or bought them at the show, you know, at special rates, which is a good idea, but I felt that that's kind of not enough for me personally at a convention. I want to be able to play new games that I haven't been able to play, but I guess not everyone has a large, and I understand that, not everyone has a large group of friends to get together and play board games with. So PAX Unplugged is fantastic for that. You can bring a board game, find a board game, just sit down and play another board game with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other players and be able to have a really fun, enjoyable time. The attendance at PAX Unplugged I felt was really good for what it was. I was not expecting that many people. It was sold out for Saturday, and it was a lot of people. Not so many that you're bumping around with each other. You're not running into each other, but every table was full. In the tournament table, the first look was, kind of hard to find a table that was open. Sitting at the LFG looking for a group or looking for a game was packed at all times. So with all that said, I would recommend going to PAX Unplugged. Check it out next year. We'll be there again, and thanks for watching.